everybody.
Hello.
Our clicker stopped working, so Phil has to turn it on and off the camera. So until we figure that out, you're gonna see Phil's turn off the camera. Welcome to day one of Advent. Hope you're all having a good holiday season, good Thanksgiving, and all that good stuff. As promised, the first thing we're going to show each day is the exit game.
Yes.
For those who are gamers who've always watched our channels for gaming, we're going to do it. We'll start with that first, and then we'll post all the other stuff that maybe some people don't care about, like the beauty calendars and the wine and the whatever else we did this year.
You can just exit.
You can just exit. Yes, you can just exit. And if you don't like the exit game, sorry, fast forward. I can't make everybody happy.
Yep.
So anyway, we are playing this year again, Exit, the Advent calendar. This story is called The Silent Storm. It's not the same story as last year, obviously. So it's kind of cool that things in it's Kosmos. They're still putting these out. We tried the first one last year. We really had a good time with it.
It was good. Yeah.
As it says, the escape room home experience. So each day, I'll show you what it looks like. It's basically an Advent calendar, and there's some pictures at the top. But right here, it shows you door number 1. But that's the only door that's actually marked. In order to get to the next door, the next door, the next door, you have to solve a riddle each day.
Solve the puzzle, yes.
Solve the puzzle.
Yep.
And that's what we're here to do. So if you don't remember from last year, what we do is we go through the story with you, and then we go ahead and we stop the camera because we have no idea how long it's going to take us to figure out the riddle, and you don't want to sit here watching us for
it could be quite boring.
an hour. We've had it go very fast. It just depends on the riddle and the situation. But then what we'll do is we stop the camera, and then we come back and we say, okay, we're going to tell you how the puzzle was solved. So if you are playing this game and you don't want to see the spoiler, then you can fast forward or not watch it or shut it down. I don't do it, whatever you want to do. But we will definitely announce, we are going to say what the answer was.
Yep.
So, so the way this works is with the calendar, there's no like board or anything. You get a storybook. So each day you read the day's story. And then you get the instructions, which I've already read. It's the same instructions as last year.
Yep.
And you get the decoder table. So what happens is per riddle, what you're coming up with is a 3-digit code. And then you put the code in here, and then it tells you on the back where to move to the next door for next time. So it's simple to figure out. You just gotta get the riddle.
Yeah, that part's not a spoiler. So
that's how you get around.
Yeah.
This has, however, it's called the help book too, not just the rules. Because if you were like, I cannot figure this out, this piece of crap game, you want to throw it, which we've been. Sometimes you might look for a clue.
Right.
So there are clues in this book, and what's kind of nice is per day. I won't actually show you the clue, but let's say on day 1 today we don't know what the heck we're doing. You'll see it says day 1 solutions, but there's nothing here to read. You have to bend it over, and you can get the first clue, and if that still doesn't help you, you can get the second clue, and if that still doesn't help you, you get the third, which is basically how to solve it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're desperate if you're really not figuring it out if you go to the third area. We've been there where we've done maybe the first one or the second one last year. Never really needed the third one, I don't think. I don't remember using the third one.
I don't know if we did or not. I don't think so. But
think
there were many days that we didn't need more than the first.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now, admittedly, this is going to be a very long video, right? So you all know that because we read the story, and the first section is very long. So, again, you can fast forward, but if you don't want to know the story, then you won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the story.
All right.
Introduction. The harsh ice desert of the South Pole stretches almost infinitely. Nothing but glittering ice crystals and white expanse as far as the eye can see. The whole area is silent, stark, and deserted. This music's kind of good behind the scenes. If I can hear the music. Anyway. Well, actually, not the whole area. There, in the middle of this icy wasteland, stands a single isolated house. Actually, the word house might be misleading because this is probably the strangest building you could have ever imagined. It looks as though it could not decide whether to be a castle or a factory. Huge half-timbered walls surround the extensive, sprawling site. Spiral staircases wind around crooked towers, Orioles just out of the craziest of places. Ropes are stretched around the building, along with pulleys rattling up and down, and above all of this madness, countless chimneys tower over the building, stretching up into the air in a disorderly manner. What a mess.
Maybe it was built by penguins. I don't know.
Okay. A hiker, should he Like, should he? Maybe it's a she. Oh, sorry. A hiker, should he ever get lost in this remote area, would probably stand open-mouthed and stare in amazement at this truly surprising sight, not least because of the magnificent fir trees that thrive in the huge plant pots right in front of the building. Perhaps he would thoughtfully pluck a few icicles from his beard and mutter, "Goodness gracious, how do the trees manage to survive in such biting cold?" Yeah. But firstly, a hiker would never happen to pass by this particular spot on the South Pole. And secondly, this is no ordinary building. Of course, it can only be Santa Claus's workshop.
Okay.
And as you know, he has some surprising tricks at his disposal. Ooh, Santa. Inside, it's very busy, as to be expected in December. There is crafting and carpentry, baking and sewing, painting and varnishing, and above it all hangs the delicious scent of oven-fresh gingerbread and cinnamon stars. I don't know what a cinnamon star is.
Okay.
Do you know what a cinnamon star is?
Cinnamon star? Not really.
Look that one up. Hundreds of employees in numerous departments are working hard to ensure all the gifts are ready for the Christmas festivities.
Okay.
God bless, I'm not joking. See how long it is?
Mm-hmm.
You are one of these employees.
Oh, okay.
You have been employed here for many years and love this time of year. Everyone is really focused on their jobs, and the zeal and anticipation is almost palpable. I can't say that word.
Palpable?
Palpable.
Okay.
Sorry. You are working hard at your workbench, carefully making the most wonderful children's toys. You screw together a wooden rocking horse and lovingly smooth out the last splinters with sandpaper. Thank you. Thank you for the... Putting the toy aside, you head to the side table to get a steaming hot of tea when... Rums! That's what it says. A tremendous vibration hits the building.
Uh-oh.
Wrenches, hammers, and nails fall from the bench. Banging and clinking together, the ground trembles and seems to roll under your feet. Desperately, you try to hold on to something, but everything falls, sliding and rolling all over the floor. In a panic, you crawl under your workbench and hide your head in your arms. What on earth is happening?
Exactly. What on earth is happening?
I don't know. In addition to the earthquake, a violent snowstorm suddenly seems to sweep over the building, shaking the wooden planks. How can this be? This morning there was absolutely nothing to indicate such a change in the weather, and now suddenly a huge amount of snow is falling from the heavens. With sudden realization, you rush across the swaying floor to the window and secure the wooden shutters. You don't know how long it will withstand the massive snow, though. Then you duck back to your workbench, protecting yourself from falling objects as best you can. When the earthquake seems to subside somewhat, you venture out into the hallway where chaos reigns. Your colleagues are running around in a mad panic. Why am I picturing a bunch of elves right now? What has happened?
Oh no!
What has happened? What was it? Why was that an earthquake? What should we do? That's no normal storm. Fear and helplessness are spreading.
Uh-oh.
Now it says, Benno, an older colleague comes up to you and reminds you that you are the company's safety officer. Hey, guess what? I didn't know.
Great.
Yeah. Gosh, that's correct. You had completely forgotten. How do you forget? Okay. Normally, your task consists of showing the others once a year where to find the first aid kit and train them on what to do in case of a purely theoretical fire. This is very small writing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed that there would be a situation like this? We have to prevent panic from breaking out here in the corridors, Benno's words tear you from your thoughts. Shall I take the others to the staff room in the basement? It's reasonably safe there. You should look for the boss and find out what's going on here. I'm guessing the boss is Santa.
Wow, there's a basement here? Wow.
You nod uneasily and watch, stunned, as your colleague shepherds the staff into the direction of the stairs. As he leaves, he turns to you again, and remember that in a few minutes, the locking mechanism will kick in. Good luck.
Oh boy.
Last paragraph, folks. I know this is not like this every day, for those of you who don't remember. Okay, now it says, lock, you'll need it. You rush back to your workroom and hastily clear space on your table. Oh, lock.
Lock, yeah. Close.
Oh, it's tiny writing. Lock, you'll need it. You rush back to your workroom and hastily clear some space on your table to spread out the worn plan of the workshop. Which is the quickest way to Santa's office? Your gaze wanders over the floor plan. As always, you're amazed at how huge this building is. So many rooms. Suddenly, you stop. What did Benno actually mean by locking mechanism? You muse. You muse. The word. I'm gonna muse now. Sorry, I'm almost done.
Music.
The word. Sorry, guys. It's been a long work day. The words don't really mean anything to you. Dimly, you remember a safety training course where there was talk of an emergency situation and where all the doors of the workshop would automatically lock. That's right. And there would be a hidden clue, and of course there's going to be hidden clues.
There's a clue right out in the open.
That's right, and there will be hidden clues in each room with how to open the doors again. Why don't they just give you a damn key? Anyway, it was some kind of safety precaution and you just had to know how to read the clues. However, as far as you can remember, this complete lockdown has never occurred before. It's quite possible that this is just one of the countless stories that colleagues like to tell each other when the nights are long and dark. Wow. This guy's a safety dude and he's like, I don't even know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Last paragraph. You lean wearily against the wall, partly to ensure you can find a foothold again if the tremors return, but also because you suddenly feel responsibility weighing heavy on your shoulders. That's a little necky coming on. It is one of the utmost importance that you find out what is happening here. In the end, even Christmas could be at stake. Even if this quake doesn't damage or even destroy the workshop, things will be tight with the delivery of gifts this year. Christmas will be a big disappointment worldwide. You must find Santa. I like this game so far this year. Last year we were like on a mountain and we were,
Yeah.
Anyway, you take a deep breath in situations, in situations such as this, you like to rely on your gut feeling. And that tells you that first of all, you should strengthen yourself so that you are prepared for the challenge ahead. Resolutely, is that a word? Resolutely?
Yeah, sure.
I don't use it very often. Resolutely, you steer your steps toward the pantry. Oh, good, I'm hungry.
You know, when you say your gut, like, wow, mine's growling.
Oh, growling, man. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then continue reading the calendar page, 1st December, and begin the first riddle. We finally finished the story part, and that took about 10 minutes, so we apologize, but we want you to know the story.
Yeah.
So what we do is we rip it out, the first page for the 1st of December. And since I read the damn whole story, you get to read the December day. December 1st day. All right, tell us all about it, Mr. Smith.
All right, 1st of December. The door to the pantry is slightly open. Heart pounding, you enter the room. Once inside, you falter and catch your breath. You had expected that the storm and earthquake would have messed things up in here, but the scene in front of you exceeds your fears. Many of the shelves that normally hold supplies have slipped or fallen from their fixings. Lying on the floor is a mess of broken glass, mixed in with squished and spilled food. What a sight.
Yeah.
You are completely engrossed in contemplating the mess when the door slams and locks behind you.
There's that locking mechanism.
Immediately, you hear a metallic click and a rattle. First in your room, then it seems to echo from every direction. Oh, that must be the automatic locking mechanism. Well, it was quite obviously not an old wives' tale. That also means that all the doors of the workshop are now firmly locked. You can only hope that the hidden clues, part of the story, with which you can still open the doors, is also true. If not, you'll probably have to make ends meet in here for a while.
Please turn the page.
Please turn the page, yes.
What is this?
Speaking of supplies, you decide to quell the burgeoning panic with something sweet. Food to calm your nerves.
Food!
Your eyes wander over the broken shelves. You are happy to see that the jars with your favorite sweets are still intact.
Yay.
Well, that is a good omen. As you take one of the jars off the shelf, you find your colleague, your colleague Rudy's employee ID card behind it.
Oh, he left his ID card? That's not smart.
That's kind of strange. He obviously had a weakness for these sweets and left his ID card here whilst secretly snacking. You tuck it away in your pocket. When all this fuss is over, you will give it back to good old Rudy. But first of all, get to the sweets.
Get to the sweets.
Now open door number 1.
Door number 1. And it says, behind you will find 6 riddle cards, A1 through A6. And there's a picture here. It says, food to calm your nerves, code, from big to small.
Big to small.
Big to small. Recently, various employees have left their ID cards lying around. If anyone finds one, please don't throw it away. Maybe show that to the camera.
Okay.
Just a little closer so they can see what we're talking about. Take a little picture.
Yep.
In the bottom part too.
Oh, on the bottom too, okay.
You can see it. Just so they can see what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have to open door number 1, and we'll see what we have. So here we are, the only one that's marked, door number 1.
Yep.
Okay, now, if you remember from last year, it has riddle cards. So it's riddle cards A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, and A1. And it looks like A1 is an employee ID for Rudy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll show you that later. A2 is a candy jar, looks like full of gumballs maybe?
Yeah.
With a lock.
Yep.
And also A3, gumballs with a lock. And A4, gumballs with a lock. There's gotta be a point to this, obviously.
Yep.
And A5, gumballs with a lock. Hey, guess what? A6, gumballs with a lock.
Yeah, but they all look a little different.
They all look a little bit different. And then this is the hard part. We tried to do this last year. It didn't work out very well, but in the actual room, there's actually something you can see in there. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture of that during our break.
Yeah.
And I'll post the picture after we're done. Because last year we were trying to show the camera, like, see this, see this? It was just not working nicely. So I will go ahead and take a picture of the room and we'll post that here. And now we're gonna go work on figuring out this puzzle. See you soon.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're back.
Yep.
Here comes the disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Yep.
We're now going to tell you how we solved that day 1. So,
Yes.
if you don't want to hear this, zap down,
Get out.
past it, go away.
Fast forward, whatever you gotta do.
Go somewhere else. So, as you remember, we got some cards. There was the employee ID card, which did nothing for the riddle today.
Nothing at all, yeah.
But it says to keep it, right?
Right.
You keep everything, because this may actually come back out later for some reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the cards with the gumballs in the little, basically make a mason jar.
Right.
So we were thinking for a while, and it said, the clue on here said from big to small. So my first thought was, count all the marbles in each of the jars, look like marbles,
Yeah.
the gumballs, whatever they are, in each of the jars. And I was thinking, okay, then we'd have to say which one's the biggest to the smallest, and somehow that's going to
Right.
help us. And it didn't.
Yeah, I took a look in the room and there's nothing in the room that seems to make sense.
No, and some of the gumball jars, actually the lock looks like a number. Like this one looks like number 3. So we're thinking, okay, that's a 3 and that's a 5. That looks like a 1. And then maybe if we count enough of the marbles, we'll figure out every time we put the code in the decoder, it was like, nope, you lose. Nope, you
We're
lose.
either going off the board or nothing
No.
matches up.
So then
Yeah.
Phil, I will give full credit to Phil. You can go ahead and discuss how you figured it out. I helped a little, but Phil did figure it out.
So looking back again at the clue, the clue said from big to small. I'm like, wait a second, look at those keys. There's colorful strings on them. Maybe the long key is the big one, and the 2 keys are one is small. So yellow, purple, green, yellow, I think we went with. Like, okay.
We should have wrote it down. We should have done. We didn't.
Yes.
But the idea there is the keys were the biggest to smallest.
Yes.
But if you didn't notice, Phil didn't say that, each key has a color on it. Okay, so the next thing was to figure out, maybe you can show the locks.
Sure.
The locks actually match the way the key looks
Yes.
on the actual gumball jars.
Yep. So one of them, the longest key, you can kind of figure out from the edge that, it must match up with this lock. And it looks like it'll fit in that lock. So that was the big one.
Right, and then we did the other 2.
Right.
But the idea is that you figured out which key goes into which lock. So then we had 3 gumball, things left.
Right.
And then what we did was we counted the number of that color gumball in each of the jars to match the key's colors. Mm-hmm. And that's how we came up with the number, finally, of 655. So we put in 655 into the decoder panel, and then we turned it around, and then it tells us where to go. So Phil, do you want to show how to get around?
So remember, we only had number 1 to start with.
Right. So the
over
decoder
here.
says to go up and to the left,
Up and to the left,
and then down and to the left,
down and to the left,
and then to the right.
and then to the right.
Now that tells you that might be the right room, but you're not sure. So there's symbols on that door.
Yep.
And the symbols actually have to match what is on the decoder. So we had a moon, and then like a circle.
Yep.
And that's how you know you got it right.
Yep.
Before, when we were trying different other ways of doing it, we kept going to the wrong room, or it was going to go off the
Goes
game
off
board.
the board. Yep.
So we finally figured it out. So we got that. And then we simply take a marker, which we already did, and we mark that room number 2, which will be for tomorrow's riddle. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But the one thing about this game, and we've never done this before, again, we only did it for the first time last year, is do not throw away anything.
Yeah, even if you clip something or whatever.
Keep your paper for the day that you just did. Keep the cards that you just grabbed. I keep them in, I put them in order, so this is A1 through 6. That's just the way I do things.
Yeah.
Keep everything. If you have a riddle that asks you to cut something or use a scissor, you do all these things. You ruin the game. You can never play this game again. There's no cuts and all sorts of things. But even keep the cut items, because they may come back later to bite you, like, oh, that item we need, for the next room. So you keep everything. So we just do a little baggie, and we just put all the day's things in that baggie.
Yep.
And then we hope that we can do the next riddle tomorrow. So folks, that was the Advent calendar game. We're now going to go on to everything else we do for Advent. So you can stop now and say goodbye, or you can watch the rest. See you soon.
Bye.
Hey, you still here? That means you stuck around after the exit game.
Yep.
Next up, we're going to still kind of do a game, but not really. We're going to do our puzzle, Christmas cheer. We got this at Bronners in Michigan.
Yep.
A big Christmas store.
Frankenmuth.
When I opened the box, what I liked is it actually gives you a poster of it. Now you say, well, who cares? Well, here's why. Because sometimes when Phil and I do puzzles, sometimes, the box doesn't always, stay up, and you're trying to look at the picture. So what's nice is we could actually just hang this and know what the picture's supposed to look like in the end, which I like. I like that idea. So this actually comes with 24 little boxes. And we're not going to announce this every day, but today we are going to pull out, obviously, box number 1. And we're going to now put the puzzle together for box number 1.
Yep.
So as you know, we put this in fun speed, so you don't have to watch us do it manually, slowly. So we'll see you in a second. Well, I'm in the kitchen. Philip is in a meeting, so I'm going to go ahead and proceed with the calendars for today. I'm starting with the Bon Maman jelly calendar, and it's really pretty, actually. It's got like sides this year versus just 2 big sides. And number 1 is right here. Let's see how hard it is to open this year. Oh, not too bad there. Now this is the hard part. Oh, actually, this is coming right out. Hey. All right, today we have, I'll have to look at this up close. White nectarine, peach, lemon, verbena spread. That sounds pretty good. So we'll give that a try. I actually got these little mini bagels that we can try this year versus just toast all the time. They're really tiny and they're less calories, so we figured we'd give them a shot. So that is the Bon Maman jelly calendar in the kitchen. Now today, like I said, Phil's on a meeting right now, and then I have a meeting in a few minutes, so I have to do this now. We have the Keurig 24 cups of cheer. And I don't think we actually opened this one yet, so I'm going to go ahead and use the scissor to open it up, because I don't think it was opened yet. There we go. And today, oh, look how cute. Christmas tree. Let me show you. Christmas tree, a little fireplace. Very cute, very cute. And this one's in order always, which I like. Number one, so this will be Phil's coffee today. I don't think he had his coffee yet because he got on a meeting as soon as he woke up. And he's got the Green Mountain Holiday Blend. So that'll be Phil's coffee to go with his jelly on his bagel. So that's day one of our kitchen. And I thought in the kitchen, since it's all we have for kitchen this year, I thought I'd also open the ornaments calendar from Old World Christmas. This is the one we got at Bronners. So I figured we might as well start with an ornament here. And we're gonna do number one, I think. Or is it gonna be one of those tough calendars? Okay, there it goes, I got it. Number one. Let's see if I can get it to come out. Maybe I need, this might be like that calendar last year from that beauty company that was crazy, remember? Oh, look, we got a piece of foam. Hooray! No, not a piece of foam. Oh, how pretty. Oh, very nice. It's a little snowflake. And it's hard, it's like ceramic. So this is actually quite nice. So we have a snowflake. Hey, let's put it on the tree. We might as well just do this while we're doing, this is the tree, by the way. As you know, we're going to be doing ornament of the day. Well, here's a new ornament of the day. Snowflake. I think I will put it, our tree's pretty busy already. I'll put it right here. Now, we've got a pretty snowflake ornament on the tree. Say good morning, everybody. It's December 1st. Do we know what that means? It's Advent time, Turtle. Advent time. Oh no. You ready? You ready? All right, let's see. I gotta find number one. Okay, number one. Top left. First day, I'm forgetting I should look through the numbers before I actually get on camera. Let me go ahead and, Turtle. Look, Mama. It's Advent time. What you got? One of those toys you hate. It's a little Christmas tree. It's a little Christmas tree for you. Love, love. Here, Mama, put it here. Put it here. Okay, what do you think about the Christmas tree? Not so good? Not so good? Oh, here comes Miss. Maybe she's gonna be interested. Miss, you want the Christmas tree? Miss, look. Hi, Miss. Say hi, everybody. I'm sleeping. Christmas tree? Oh, maybe. I think it has catnip in it. That's probably why she's liking it. Yep, I think we have a winner for Miss Hiss. Turtle, not so much. All right, Turtle, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Don't look so forlorn. Want to say goodbye to everybody? Say goodbye. Day one done. Turtle, bye-bye. Okay, it's December 1st. Of course, I'm going to be posting this in a different order than I'm actually recording it, so I might say something in the wrong tense, I guess, but this is the beauty calendar portion of the Advent stuff. So I have the 3 calendars I mentioned on the preview video. This year, as you know, I went a little less expensive because I have a new job. It's called my own business. So I'm trying to be a little cautious on my spending. I'm still spending, but I'm not, you know, obviously, you know, when you have your own employment, it's not guaranteed, right? Month to month. I've been doing very good so far, 3 months in. But you know, just trying to be cautious and make sure I'm not overspending. Anyway, I mean, I spent, believe me, I spent. So, oops, as I throw these on the floor. The first day is the first one is the Ulta 12 Days of Advent calendar, and I haven't even opened this yet at all, so I probably should have done this before we got started, but it looks like, oh, it's one of those stickers. I take off the shiny paper, which is nicer now. You can probably see it better. 12 Days of Advent calendar. Usually I put it on a table. I figured I'd try it this way first, and if we have to put it on a table tomorrow, we'll do so. But it basically looks like this. Very gold. Very, very, very gold. And here's number 1. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll do it on the table because I know a lot of people like the ASMR effect of me opening these things. So I forgot about that. But you can still hear the crunch of the opening the, maybe you can, the door. All right, so what do we have here? We have Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen, broad spectrum sunscreen, water and sweat resistant, because we need this holiday time. I don't know if y'all could see that okay, but it's kind of shiny too. It's got a shiny writing on it. I've never heard of Super Goop before, but there it is. And I guess I won't be able to try it. Well, I guess I could try it. It doesn't hurt anything, but it's pouring today here in Illinois. There's no snow today, thank goodness, but I don't think I'm going to be needing sunscreen today. But that's okay. We can hold that for next time when we do. Let's see. I know we should wear sunscreen every day. Don't get me wrong. I know that. I know this UV. Somebody's out there going, you should wear sunscreen every day because when you're outside, even if it's not sunny. I know all these things. I'm very smart. I'm just saying, I probably won't go outside today, so I probably won't put it on. Okay, so then we have the Body Shop calendar. And again, I haven't even opened these yet. Today's a work day, so it's kind of getting into the routine of doing this again. So Philip had a meeting this morning, so he couldn't even do the calendars. But I did give him his jelly and his coffee, so he has those. Just took off the wrapper part. Now these calendars are usually pretty cool. I'm just trying to see how to open it so I don't wreck it. Let's see if this one works this year. Hold on, folks. There. Let's, oh, I don't want to rip it. There it is. Okay, so it opens this way. Oh, pretty. Okay. So I'm going to set it up first and I'll show it to you. If you remember, the Body Shop calendars have these like pop-ups. I'm just going to set it all up for us. Yeah, I'll definitely use the table tomorrow so you guys can see these a little bit better. But there you go. Ta-da! It's a little bunny rabbit. What is it, Easter? But anyway, then of course it comes with all the little boxes inside. And here's box number 1 that we will be doing today. Just put this on the floor. Got my Christmas movie shirt on today. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm a little bit addicted to those. All right. Okay, so sometimes they say something on this one. Says our community fair trade mango seed oil is a source. I was like, I guess I just read what it is, but let me open it first. Oh, guess what? Here we go, folks. Now the only thing is, I only have 3 calendars this year, so for body things, and so that's good. Hand cream. It is mango hand cream in a shiny little package. So for those of you who've been watching my Advent, or not just mine, but our Advent shows, you know that last year I was like hand creamed to death. I actually, some of them that I didn't open, I gave to, basically a women's shelter so they can have hand cream. And then I kept the ones I did open because obviously, I don't know, I guess I could have given it to them too, but I felt weird about that, right? I still have a bag of hand cream that I have not gone through yet. So the good news is only having 3 beauty Advent calendars this year. I shouldn't get a plethora of more hand cream, but I will add this lovely Bango one to my collection of hand creams I haven't used yet. And let's see, but the box did say something about it's a community fair trade mango seed oil. It's sourced from India. Local women's cooperatives are trained in harvesting methods of skillfully handpicking and cracking the fruit, ensuring the maximum amount of powerful oil is extracted. Very cool. All right, now the big one. Again, I still haven't even opened any of these yet. I should have done this off camera, but I'm having one of those mornings where I have a lot of work to do today. My own fault. I start my own company, see what happens. Now I have all this work I have to do. There's a cover on this first. I'm gonna take off the cover. Ooh. I don't read the back because it actually tells you what's in there. I like to be surprised. Let's see how this one opens. Oh, very nice. This one also, piece of paper. exactly for the ASMR people. And it looks like there's a booklet to tell you all about what you get, which I won't read because I don't want to know what I get until I open it. By the way, here's my new Christmas mug for this year. Drink some coffee. Phil has one too, but his is a bear. That's my nickname for him, my bear. Okay, so let's show this one first. This is a much more classy advent calendar. It's all black and gold. Woohoo! Again, this was from Bloomingdale's. It's not just one brand, so that way I could get different things. As if you watch the preview video, I still have a whole bag of Kiehl stuff from last year. I just almost finished the Clarence stuff, and I was like, okay, let's be sensible here. Let's not get, maybe next year. If I finish all those products, I'll actually do that. We have number 1, a little tiny box today. And let's see what Bloomingdale's gives us. Let's see if I can get it open. Oh, I see. It's a box in a box. La Prairie is the name brand. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Well, let's take it out of the little box. I love these shiny boxes. They're really pretty, but you can't read them because it's so shiny. You're like, I'm gonna guess it's some kind of a cream. Let's see. La Prairie sleep mask. Oh, see, again, it's shiny, so it's hard to see. La Prairie sleep mask. So I guess you put this on and you go to sleep, and you wake up gorgeous. It's got a thing on it, so you can't really see the cream, but I'll try that tonight. Why not? This is small enough that I can try it. See, I like the sample sizes because I can get through these quicker. Not that I'm in a rush, but I can actually try them. And then I can see if I like them, and I'll put that on, if anybody cares if I like these things, I will be putting, just like last year, on my Instagram page. If you don't know what that is, it's at Jane Elizabeth Speaks. I think I will also be posting that here on the bottom of the video here. If you want to subscribe to my Instagram, I will post on the daily, like I used to do last year, the different makeup products or whatever they are that I get from these lovely calendars. And if I use them, I will tell you. And if I don't, I'll say so as well. And that is about it for, see, it's really quick this year, right? 3 of them versus I think 5 or 6 last year. I don't even remember how many I bought last year. That's when I was, in a real company, making money, not worrying. I'm actually not worried. That doesn't sound right at all. It's just different, right? When you're self-employed and I'm working a lot. I have a meeting in a little while, but it's just, you can't guarantee that work is going to be there, month to month, but we'll hope. I'm only planning for doing it for 2 more years anyway, and then retirement. Yay. All right, guys. So that is the makeup portion of the advent calendars, and we will talk to you in a little while. All right, kids. We've had a hard day. We've puzzled. We've riddled.
Yep.
We worked. It's a Friday, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But now we're going to have some wine.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to first show you the wine calendar. Here it is again. It's that cute little house. Mm-hmm. And number 1 is here.
Looks like that couple in that window has a good idea.
They're having a good time. Here we go.
All right.
We have, red one, yes. Everybody knows I love red. We have a 2022 Kabali wine, I guess. I don't know. Red wine. So, it's Grenache, Syrah. Well, this sounds good.
With the blend?
It's a blend.
Ooh, nice.
All right. We're going to drink this right now. All right. So that sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
Kabali.
Yep.
It's a screw cap, which I guess with these little tiny bottles, I really can't do a cork. All right, I can't open it. Do that.
All right.
Meanwhile, while he's opening that,
it's from France, by the way.
I'll open up our Fannie Mae chocolate, which I think is just going to be a piece of chocolate, honestly. I mean, it's not going to be fancy schmancy. So number 1 on the Fannie Mae calendar. It's a little tiny, oh cute. It's a little tiny chocolate present.
Oh, that's nice.
So we got to somehow split this. We'll figure that out. But let's try the wine. Mm-hmm. Ho, 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 says the wine glass.
Not sure much is in this bottle. So.
Yeah, it's our first one we're opening, so we'll have to get accustomed to splitting it properly. Yeah, that's not bad.
Pretty close.
Good job.
Kabali.
Now I'm gonna smell it here. Oh, that smells good.
That smells nice.
I feel like I need, I don't know, some pasta or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna eat yet. I'm blowing on it. What is my problem?
You're giving it some oxygen and carbon dioxide.
It's hot. I gotta blow on it. You can tell I'm tired. It's Friday.
Oh, it
And
smells really good.
This is a long damn video, so we apologize, but
Yeah.
the exit calendar will take a long time, only the first day.
All right. The Kabali 2022 from France is...
Winner!
Good.
Winner! Now, you can figure out how to cut that in half. Not right now. It's okay. So we will see you guys tomorrow for number 2, which hopefully will be a little bit of a shorter video because not as much bantering and not as much storytelling.
And quicker to the wine.
Well, I'm quicker to the wine. It's the end of the show. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. I totally forgot to bring my little light down here, so things are a little dark today, so I apologize, guys. It's a Friday, so of course we have to work. You probably hear Phil saying something in the background because he's actually on a meeting right now. But this is my one of our ornaments. We said we would show it ornament of the day, and Turtle liked to show it to you. This is one of our Disney ornaments. Pretty much everything I have is from Hallmark. I'm a Hallmark addicted person, although it wasn't because of my own fault. My aunt, godmother, had started me on Christmas ornaments from Hallmark when I was like 2. And I have tons of ornaments from her when I was a little girl all the way through now. So, but this is the Hallmark Disney Steamboat Willie ornament. But what's really kind of cool about this one is it does this. You just have to try and do it. Oh, you can hardly see it probably. Yeah, that's going to be hard to show on camera. Basically, it's the movie in the bottom of the reel, and it just goes around, and it's, it's like one of those, remember those flip books from years ago, but it's just like a little rolling film. There it goes. But yeah, it's hard to see on the camera. I thought it would work, but not so much. So we put this here because it's a bigger ornament and it doesn't really fit on the tree. So Hallmark has these really cool ornament holders. So we get one of those. And while we're here on the table, this is my coffee table. I have a little Santa tray that we use every year. And I put out my Christmas books that we don't really ever read, but sometimes we do. One's Norman Rockwell. And then we have the Hallmark Countdown to Christmas. And then I have something my grandma, when I was a little girl, gave me. It was the Reader's Digest Book of Christmas. And my father's mom gave me this when I was a little tiny girl, so I still have it. And it's got some nice little stories about Christmas. So that's it for Ornament of the Day and Turtle of the Day. Thanks for watching.